Boom! Hey yo, what's up everyone? What's going on, boys and girls? How is everyone doing this afternoon? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, guys. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader in True Trading Group. I've been trading and investing for over 15 years and began my career working at a fund in New York City. It was my first job right out of college. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the fund's Trader of the Year awards. Fast forward, I'm now the head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. All right, guys, we got to talk about what happened here today in the overall markets as we had a big move higher in the morning that was then erased on the back of PPI data. We got some PPI data today, which is inflation data that is coming off of the CPI number that we got yesterday. So yesterday, everybody was excited that we got a decline or less than the expectations from the CPI numbers yesterday. Then you come in, you get PPI today, and your PPI numbers were actually even a little bit better because you actually saw a decrease in a month-over-month number. The expectation was to see a rise of 0.2%. It actually fell to negative 0.5%, which is fantastic. All right, so finally we got a little bit of a break on the rise of inflation. That's why the market celebrated yesterday with a big move higher. And now you're coming into the day today. Okay, now you're coming into day today and you get a big move to the upside. You got a big gap up on the back of the PPI numbers. And then we just basically pulled back right into yesterday's close. Okay, and then we had that pullback later in the day down to yesterday's close. So as we zoom in and we take a look at kind of where we kind of find ourselves now here today on the SPY and the overall markets, okay, we're going to be looking at a very important level of support going forward. I'm going to talk to you guys about this a little bit later on in this live stream as we get into kind of my thoughts and my predictions here for what the stock market is going to do here over the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, because there's not one, but two major levels that we're going to be talking about on this live stream when it comes to the overall markets. But guys, this really is, and I'll do a quick check-in. We got Rivian's coming out with earnings here in just a moment. So I'm going to be kind of following Rivian here as they're going to be rolling out with some earnings. But this environment that we find ourselves in, it seems like every single day I find this amazing trading environment that I'm just cease to be amazed here when you take a look around at some of the moves that some stocks and individual stocks are making. Like especially today, you get a lot of stocks that were kind of lighting up the board and lighting up the scanner and the social media scans, like TGL, this stock, another one of these Chinese IPOs, up 175%. There's actually another company that's going to be coming out IPOing that's coming from the same bank as this TGTL in the next couple of days here that we're going to be focusing on inside of True Trading Group to try to trade a very similar type of pattern like you saw on TGL. But it's like you take a look at like what's going on in this market. Like you take a look at TGL, you take a look at what AMC has done just over the last couple of days. You know, you start taking a look around and take a look over at SIGA. I mean, these are just huge moves that you're getting in the overall markets, and even the large caps. Like even when you take a look at companies like NVIDIA, you take a look at Coinbase today. Look at the size of the moves. Coinbase, 11% move today in Coinbase. The moves that you're seeing, the volatility that you're seeing in the overall markets is still tremendous. And that volatility equals opportunity for traders like you and I. Okay. You know, obviously everybody goes back to HKD and everybody focuses on HKD being the craziest move that I've actually ever seen in my entire career. But like, this is the type of environment that we find ourselves in here. Like you take a look at an HKD, which was to date one of the biggest winners that we've had just over the last couple of months. I mean, we hit HKD not just once, but we hit it twice. You take a look at like stocks like Sunrun, right? Another trade that we had inside of True Trading Group that members were able to pull like 400, 500% gains on options on a swing trade because you saw the solar sector has been red hot. Enphase, ETF, the solar ETF, TAN, you know, First Solar, that's FSLR. Look at the size of some of these moves from $75 to $115 in just a matter of about 3 weeks. That's the type of of opportunities and markets that are out there right now. This continues to be, in my opinion, one of the best trading environments that I've ever actually seen. And it's not just volatility in small caps. It's not just your HKDs or your TGLs. Okay, it's not just those type of stocks. It's not just your small caps. It's your large caps. It's Amazon. It's Tesla. It's Meta. It's Coinbase. It's Nvidia. These are the moves. It's Chevron. It's Occidental Petroleum, right? It's natural gas. Like, there are so many different areas of this market. For those of you that feel like you guys missed it, because I know a lot of people feel that way right now. A lot of people are looking at this market and they're saying, when we were sitting here on these live streams telling you guys that we're adding in our long-term portfolios, these are the areas that we added in our long-term portfolio, and now people feel like they missed it. You guys, if you feel like you've missed this market and you've kind of missed this opportunity, I'm telling you now, you didn't. The market, there's still so many fundamental catalysts that are coming up between Fed minutes, the Jackson Hole meeting, more rate hike and Fed meeting decisions, more inflation data, jobs data. Then you're going to have earnings again before you know it. This volatility isn't going anywhere. This is an extremely volatile market that adds tremendous opportunities for us. We have I don't know if people realize this or not. Do you realize the NASDAQ has bounced 20% from its June low? Did you guys know that? 20%? You have seen a 20% move in the NASDAQ off of your June low. Did you guys know that even ARK saw about a 50% move off of its June low? The S&P has gained about, I don't know, anywhere from 16 or 18% off of its June low. That's the size of the moves that this market has been making. The best trades of the year are still in front of us, not behind us. If you guys think you've missed out on the opportunities here, and whether you're talking about from a long-term investing perspective, I'll talk to you guys about that as well. But I don't think you've missed out on that opportunity here just yet, because I think you're still going to get a fantastic opportunity to add in your long-term portfolios. Yes, I added on May 10th. Yes, I added on June 17th, which so far is the low of the year. And I think the likelihood of June 17th staying the low of the year is actually increasing by the day. But I still have some cash on the sidelines. I'm not 100% fully invested on that June 17th low. I added a big chunk on the June 17th low, okay, but I am not fully invested yet. I still have cash on the sidelines, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to be getting some really good opportunities here in the next couple of months to get the rest of that money back into the markets. And there's areas that I'm going to be looking for to deploy the rest of that capital. But there's also a really big correlation. There's a really big correlation in two different areas of the market that I want to talk to you guys about today that I think are going to become front and center focus as we move forward over the next couple of months. The jobs market also still remains extremely strong and stable. Okay. Yes, it's softening a little bit. Jobs market is softening, but that's expected. It's also needed. It's not necessarily a bad thing. To see, the unemployment rate go from 3.5 to 3.6, 3.7, 3.8 is not a bad thing. That's actually still historically an extremely low unemployment number. Anything under 4% is still historically a very low unemployment number. And a softening of the labor market and a little ease up in consumer spending is exactly what the economy needs in order for inflation to actually come down a little bit, which is what the Federal Reserve is counting on, so they don't have to be as aggressive with the rate hikes as people fear that they are going to. This volatility and opportunity with such a strong jobs market is actually insane. You never had this situation where you've had, more than 20% drop in the overall markets with unemployment still at 50-year decade lows. You've never had 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth with the unemployment rate still at 5-decade lows. That's what makes this so unique. That's what makes this environment that we are in literally unlike anything that I've ever experienced when you're talking about the economic conditions that are there. And that jobs market is the reason why all of these people that are out there, and I still to this day, even in the face of the move that the markets have made, even in the face of the inflation data, still to this day, I have seen people continue to try to say and scare the retail investor because the narrative is starting to no longer work. You've seen people that have scared the crap out of you. Many of people that you've seen on YouTube that tell you the stock market's going to go down 70 or 80%. I can guarantee you that those people that are saying that, if you were to sit down with them at a bar by yourself, I guarantee that they don't actually even believe that the market's going to go down 70 or 80%. I'm telling you, it's not going to go down 70 to 80%. It's not going to happen. This is not going to be 2008 all over again. I traded through 2008. I was on Wall Street during 2008. This is nowhere near 2008, but those people continue to try to scare you. They continue because that's what gets clicks. That's what gets views. It's fear. Fear is the best emotion to play on top of, to try to get people to read something or to watch something. And that's how those people make money. They don't actually care if they're giving you real insight and actionable information that can help you make better decisions for your family. They don't care about that. They just care about how many people can I get to watch my video? How many people can I get to read my article so I can sell advertisements on it? That's all they care about. That's not what we care about here in True Trading Group. In True Trading Group, we care about leveling the playing field for the retail trader and investor and giving you access to real education, real analysis, real tools, and actionable information that can help you achieve one very simple goal, and that's making money in this market. Do you guys understand what's presenting itself to you right now inside this market? Everything was on sale in June, in July, and the majority of people still remain cashed up and they still remain heavily. Guys, you still have a ridiculous, like, record high, okay, of cash reserves of people that are here in the US. You still have that. Okay. People have talked themselves into a recession, and people have talked themselves into slowing up spending habits on things that they no longer need. Well, yeah, maybe everybody bought an iMac computer during COVID because they were working from home, but those people aren't buying iMac computers anymore. But the reality is that the consumer is still very strong. Yes. Are we softening? Is the labor market softening? Yes. But spending is still high. Yes. Is inflation still high? Yes. But inflation has peaked and it's starting to come down. And the jobs remain stable. Rivian earnings are out. Stock is trading slightly lower, nothing major. Slight move to the downside here on Rivian earnings. Let me just touch upon Rivian earnings. Rivian earnings, we've got $1.62 a share loss. That's expected to be $1.61, so that's kind of right in line. They actually beat on revenue. Revenue $364 million. The estimate was $335 million. Cash and cash equivalents beat. There you go. That's why we're down. Okay, we're down big because they have adjusted their fiscal year EBITDA loss. They are expecting to lose $5.45 billion for their fiscal year, when the expectation was for them to lose $4.75 billion. So that's a huge miss. They're expecting to lose way more money than the expectation was for. So you're talking about another like $700 million that they're expecting to lose here. So a $5.45 billion loss when the expectation was 4.75. That's why the stock is trading to the downside, but they kept their production estimate of 25,000 vehicles. So I think that's why the stock is trading to the downside, because of the much greater than expected miss or loss. But they did maintain their production target, which is probably why the stock is not getting pummeled. Yes, we're down from 39 to 37, not that big of a move to the downside when you consider how big of a miss that is on what they're expected to lose. Okay, everybody knows the company is going to lose money. You got to think about how much money Tesla lost in the early stages of their growth. So everybody knew that Rivian was going to lose money, but that's a pretty big loss. And that's why the stock is selling off. I think we can probably trade a little bit lower, probably get down. You have some support down there at 36. If you violate 36, your next support looks like 35. And I'd say the stock probably stabilizes around 36. If I had to take a guess, I would say the stock maybe stabilizes or in that $36 to $35 level. We'll see what happens during the conference call. If the CFO or CEO has any specific statements that either excite or upset investors that are going to be on the conference call, and then we'll see if that has any effect on Rivian. We'll take a quick check in on some of your other EV makers, if there's any effect there. No effect there from Tesla, no effect there from Lucid, no effect there from NIO. So Rivian just kind of doing its own thing, not really having much of an impact on any of the other EV names. Okay, but yeah, guys, I mean, this is kind of, where we're at right now, guys. Just the opportunities that are out here in this market. And when I go back to this, the opportunities that we had kind of grabbing some stocks down there at lows, I don't think the opportunity is over with. I actually expect markets to have pullbacks back in like September and October, where I think that you're going to be able to then add back in your long-term portfolios at prices that I think people would find a little bit more attractive. I'm looking for this area right in here to start buying some more stuff in my long-term portfolio in like September and October. So again, just to recap for those that are just joining us, I've added to my long-term portfolio on May 10th. I added to my long-term portfolio on June 17th. And then I am going to be looking at adding again in my long-term portfolio once we get down into this region, which I think we may see in September into October. And that could be a really, really, really good opportunity for us in the long-term portfolio. Okay. I went over something yesterday on the live stream. And for those that missed it, I made a prediction on the live stream yesterday, because there's something that I've been seeing in a situation, a specific scenario that this market is setting up for, that I don't think a lot of people are willing to accept, or that a lot of people are willing to really understand. And this is a pretty big deal that I'm kind of putting myself out there a little bit to have this discussion with you. And I don't have a problem doing it. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I come on these live streams. I've been very open with my analysis going all the way back to 2020. When the markets crashed in 2020, I made a very big call on these live streams. I told you guys that it was the greatest buying opportunity that I've seen since 2008. And I went all in March and April. March and April, I went all in the long-term portfolio. We absolutely crushed it. Was probably one of the best investment decisions of my entire life. And then at the end of 2021, the end of Q3 into the beginning of Q4, I actually then sold out and took profits in my long-term portfolio. And again, I was very vocal about that on the live streams and within my TeachD community and with all of our members, that I was doing that because I expected a big move to the downside this year. So we raised a lot of cash to take advantage of this big sell-off that we've seen. And then on May 10th and June 17th, we started adding that money back into the portfolio. And I started adding that money back into the markets. But again, I still have some cash on the sidelines. I'm not 100% fully invested yet. And I have stood by my thesis and my analysis throughout every single up and down in this market. In the face of a lot of people telling me that I'm foolish, that I don't know what I'm talking about, I've stood fast and I've stood by all of the predictions that I have made. And so far, going back to that COVID crash, every single major market call has been correct. If you guys have been following my live streams for a while, you'll know that I told you that I believed the stock market was going to bottom in this summer. And I told you the stock market would go through a bottoming process in this summer, which I believe we have experienced there in June and July. And as every day that passes, the likelihood of that June 17th low holding increases, because now that you've got inflation actually starting to come down, we've got to make sure that that continues, that inflation starts to come down. Inflation is still far too high. It has to continue to come down at the same pace that we saw from June into July. So the CPI and PPI numbers that we just got, great, good news. But it's the first step. We still have a couple more steps to take. And the prediction that I made yesterday is that hedge funds are not positioned for inflation to come down. They're not. You actually just saw, there was actually just a report that was issued yesterday or today that was talking about a lot of short covering in hedge funds over the last 2 weeks. That tells you something, that as we are approaching resistance levels, hedge funds are covering positions instead of short positions, instead of necessarily adding to short positions. That says something, that they could be starting to get out of, that they believe that the bottom is in. They're going to start getting out of the short positions, and now they're going to start looking for long opportunities. This is the prediction that I made yesterday. And as it sits today, it may not be a popular one, but we're going to find out in a couple of months how popular this opinion and this theory may be. Based on what I've seen with the data in the institutional world and with hedge funds, the institutional professional community was overly bearish in June and July. It was the most bearish positioning that you've seen since 2008. That was way too one-sided. That still remains the case today. September and October are historically the worst months of the entire year. Like if you go back to the inception of the S&P, September and October historically are the worst performing months out of a calendar year. Okay, now how relevant is that? Really, it's not relevant at all when you look forward into each year, because every year you've got different catalysts and different scenarios and different things taking place. All that really does is affect investor sentiment and make investors think that the markets are going to go down in September and October. I believe that you're going to get a pullback September and October. But if in September you get August inflation numbers, and let's say August inflation CPI numbers come in at, the expectation for July was 8.7. We came in at 8.5. Let's say the expectation for August is 8.4 and it comes in at 7.9. Then let's say the expectation for September's CPI number is 7.9 and it comes in at 7.5. If that scenario unfolds over the next 2 months, while the markets experience a bit of a pullback because of the seasonal weakness in September and October, that scenario will cause a chain reaction of the following. The Federal Reserve will pivot into the end of the year and probably finish the last 2 Fed meetings of the year with 25 basis point rate hikes. They will not be doing 75. They won't even be doing 50. They will slow down drastically if inflation continues to come down over the next month or 2 months. That will then start to cause Fed futures to now reprice your final Fed rate of, it was 3.7, now it's down to 3.4. It'll move down to 3.2, 3.25 of the target Fed funds rate by the end of the year. What will then happen at that point will spark a Santa Claus rally into the end of the year, because hedge funds will not be positioned long enough going into the end of the year. They will be in far too much cash, because in June and July, hedge funds were in the largest cash position that you've seen in 2 decades. That's the largest amount of cash that they're holding. Hedge funds don't usually sit in cash. They usually have money in the markets, whether they're long, they're short, whatever it is. But they were in too much cash. Hedge fund managers will not be able to go into the end of the year with that much cash on their books and be able to, with a straight face, explain to investors how they missed the bottom. They won't be able to do it. That's going to cause hedge funds to chase that market and chase that alpha into the end of the year, which could cause a rally off of 3,900, 4,000 on the S&P back up to 43, 4,400 to finish out the year. I think that scenario is beginning to unfold in front of us. But you need those inflation numbers to continue to come down. This is the first month. It's the first month that inflation's come down. Fantastic, right? Inflation can't continuously come down if it doesn't come down for 1 month first. Now you see what happens then again in August for August's inflation numbers, and you're going to get that in September, and then immediately around that exact same time, you're going to get a Fed meeting and you're going to get another rate hike. And I can tell you this, if that inflation data looks like it's cooling off again, you're not getting a 75 basis point hike at the September meeting. I think you're getting a 50 basis point hike at the September meeting. And then I think you're going to get a 25 and a 25 going into the end of the year. And then that's how the Fed will close out the year. And they'll take a step back and they'll pause and see how those rate hikes affect the economy, the jobs market, and inflation. But if the Fed is going to slow down those rate hikes, the jobs market is strong enough to handle it. It's only if the Fed has to press on the gas, where people talk about like a Paul Volcker situation, where like Paul Volcker just slammed the economy into a recession because inflation got completely out of control. That's why these inflation numbers that you've been getting over the last 2 days, and you're going to continue to get each month going forward, that's why those inflation numbers are so important, because the Fed will take their direction and take their cues from those inflation numbers. That is where the opportunity in this market is going to lie. Every single person that's on here that thinks that you missed it, I believe you're going to get another pullback here that will take you back down under that 400 number. And then that's going to be your last and final opportunity this year to be able to grab some of these stocks at discounted prices before markets move higher into the end of the year, if that inflation number continues to come down. That's what's out there right now. That's a prediction that I made here last night. I don't change my narrative. You know, just because the markets go up one day or down the next day, I don't change my narrative. Like everybody told me in March when the market was doing this, because I told everybody on this first sell-off in the beginning of the year that do not buy that dip, that the low is, that's not the low. Everybody was like, oh, hey, that's the Russia invasion low. And then we kind of double bottomed at it, and everyone got excited thinking, oh, that's it. The low is in. That's the low. The low is in. And we got this big rally. And I told everybody that is not the low. Do not buy that dip. We're still going lower. And I was right about that. I don't change my narrative just because the markets go up or down for a couple of days. I stand by what I think, and I stand by what I believe. And I'm telling you guys this now, that I think that this 429 area or 4,300 on the S&P futures, that's going to be your level of resistance. That's going to be the previous resistance that you had back here from April. And it's also going to be the 200-day moving average. That is where the markets can top themselves out, then experience a little bit of a pullback in September and October. And then once you start to get inflation data, if that inflation data says, wow, we actually are still coming down. Instead of 8.5, it's 7.9. Instead of 7.9, now it's 7.4. That will set you up for the markets to do this, and then for the markets to do that going into the end of the year. And that will be your last chance. If you have botched 2020, if you botched the COVID sell-off, and meaning you did not take advantage of the opportunity that was presented to you during that time, if you botched that, and if you did not listen to anything that I've been telling you on these live streams, because I've been very vocal about me adding to my portfolio on June 17th. Now, to be completely fair, I didn't add on June 17th because I was like, that's it, this is the low, this is the low. I just told you, I go, guys, June 17th, we're down about 23, 24%. We're at 3,600 on the S&P. That's a major target of mine. It's a huge support level. I'm going to start buying a bunch of stuff. I bought like 18 different stocks on June 17th. And we're up 30, 40, 50% already on a lot of those positions. Some people are up like close to 100% on some other stocks that we have been talking about and are already looking at taking some profits off because they're already doubled their money and then rolling that money into some other names that maybe are only up 20%, not the ones that are up already, 50 to 100%. That's the type of environment and that's the type of opportunity that you have in this market. So if you botched 2020 and then you botched the June low, don't botch it a third time. How many times are we going to have to go through this process of you botching the long-term investment opportunities when the market presents them to you? That's what you guys have to start considering and what you have to start thinking about. What is the opportunity cost? How much money have you missed out on by not being a member of True Trading Group, by not following along with the analysis that we've been providing? Because so far, we've been dead right over the last 2 years. The opportunity, guys, is insane, and it's every day that you are not a part of it. the right way, that you're not a part of the right education, you're not a part of the right community, you're not using the right tools, you're missing out. From a day trading and swing trading perspective, but also from a long-term investing perspective. I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of different topics on this live stream. First, I'm going to go over some of the top 5 most commonly asked questions that I get from members, but also non-members. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can certainly do so. Okay, go to my Twitter handle, which is at MikeEdward_TTG. Again, it is at MikeEdward_TTG. Okay, again, at MikeEdward_TTG. If you guys want to give me a follow there on Twitter, I'm always posting trade ideas, market commentary, and analysis. You guys can go ahead and give me a follow there. But I'm going to answer some of the top 5 most commonly asked questions from members and non-members. And then we're going to break down today's top trending stocks and then how I plan on making money here tomorrow. All right. So then I'll open up things for like a Q&A session. So again, top 5 questions. We're going to break down today's top trending stocks and how I plan on making money tomorrow. And then I'll open things up for a Q&A session to where I'll let you guys ask me some questions, whatever's on your mind, anything that you guys want to ask, whether it's about an individual stock or whether it's about, maybe something specific about trading in general, whatever it is, I'll let you guys ask me some questions. Okay. So there we have that. So that's kind of our little intro and our little opening. And what I will do now is we're going to get into the top 5 most commonly asked questions, and let's just dive right in. First question. Small caps are still hot. What's the best strategy when trading small cap stocks? So you have a couple of small caps that are still on fire. TGL, just to name just one of them. TGL giving you a huge move today. You had this DMS, which was stock that had a big move today and then halted a bunch of times. This AEY is making a move after hours. NLTX is making a move after hours. You had VERU with a big move today, up 35%. Okay, this is just a couple of stocks. You have like TMBR, which was one that had a big move today as well, and TTOO, which is some penny stocks that some people were really focused on today that were gapping up a lot early there in the morning. But when we talk about, what's the best trading strategy for small caps, when you're going to trade small caps, okay, it's extremely important that you understand proper risk management because small caps are very, very volatile. And a lot of these super high volatile names that everybody gets obsessed with and falls in love with have the potential to, yes, can you make 100% on the stock? Yes. But can the bottom completely fall out of that stock? Can it halt to the downside? And can you lose way more money than you initially thought was even possible on that trade? That's also yes. Everybody wants the glory, but the glory of catching a short squeeze, but nobody wants to deal with the volatility of staying in that type of a trade. Stocks that are going to go up 100+% in a single day are not going to be stocks that you can buy at, let's say, $10 and set your stop loss at $9.70. That's not going to be possible or realistic. So if you were going to try to trade that way in these small caps, you are never going to succeed because these small caps will whip around $2-3 at a time. They will stop you out. They will halt. You'll freak out, and then they'll continue higher, an hour later. So I think it's important when you guys are trading small caps that you utilize hotkeys. Hotkeys are where you can actually just buy and sell with one keystroke by just pressing a button on your keyboard. Different brokers have different brokerage platforms, have different setups when it comes to hotkeys or hot buttons, which would be just one press of a button on your mouse, or hotkeys, one press of a button on your keyboard, instead of you having to go through multiple steps and multiple clicks of your mouse to try to get an order out there, because these stocks are going to move so fast that the 20 seconds that it takes you to enter your order, the stock can move 10 or 15% in those just those couple of seconds. That's how fast and that's how volatile that these trades are. So these real super high volatile stocks that halt like a TGL or like an HKD, I don't recommend people that are brand new to trading. I don't recommend that they trade those kind of stocks. I think it's more important you guys get a general understanding and education first. Trade some stuff that is a little bit less volatile. Trade like Carnival Cruise Lines. Trade AMC, honestly, which is volatile, but nowhere near as volatile as, you know, some of this stuff. And get yourself familiar and get yourself more comfortable with the type of volatility that different stocks carry, because every trade is not the same. Every trade carries different risk. Every trade's got different volatility. Therefore, your position size must be different. And a lot of people don't yet necessarily understand that when they're complete beginner traders. So I would say get yourself comfortable and familiar with our courses and our curriculum and everything first before you guys start trading these small caps. And I would not swing trade these small caps. That's another thing. I would just strictly day trade them in today, out today. I would not look to swing trade these. Holding these things overnight can leave you with a 40% loss the next day when these companies come out with offerings. NVTA is a perfect example of that. NVTA yesterday was a huge runner, and then today the stock's down 49%. So I would not swing trade these stocks. Okay, you take a look at this stock. This stock had a huge run yesterday. Day traded in today, out today. Look what happens when you hold the stock overnight. You end up losing 50% of your money. All right, so I don't recommend swing trading these type of names, but when you day trade them, they could be a hell of a lot of fun. When picking a small cap stock to trade, which is more important, price appreciation or volume, and why? It's a really good question. I would say volume is definitely going to be more important when it comes to trading these small caps, because typically these small caps have lower floats, and they will tend to attract a lot of attention amongst retail traders. And then you get these random surges of volume that seemingly come out of nowhere on some of these stocks. And if you get yourself involved in a lot of these small caps, you got to be careful with some of these small caps that are out there, guys. Some small caps that are out there are just these like pump plays on social media where a bunch of people on social media get together, they just buy a stock, and all of a sudden it just gets volume out of nowhere. And then, you know, it pops up on a scanner, and then people go ahead and try to chase that move higher, but there's no volume and no liquidity that follows it. So I'm very, very weary, and I'm very cautious whenever I see a small cap that has no volume, and all of a sudden you get this one big volume bar. I typically will never take a trade or an entry on something that looks like that. I think you need to be very cautious and wary whenever you see that. I would much rather prefer to see the volume really kind of steady and see the volume kind of stabilize, to see the volume is consistent so that I know there's real liquidity there, because these smaller float stocks, like I said, these stocks can move around a couple dollars at a time, and they can halt because of volatility. And the more volume that there is, the less chance you have of getting caught in a move like that. So I think volume is probably the most important. And when it comes to like follow through and like short squeezes, because that's what these small caps are, they're short squeezes. You need an increase in volume in order to get a short squeeze. You need an increase in volume in order to get follow through, in order to get that continued momentum. So I think that, you know, volume for me is a major factor when trading small caps. It's not just, I think it's more important than the price appreciation of the stock when I'm looking at the setup. Okay, because obviously we're trying to predict the price appreciation, right? But the volume can help me predict that more than the stock just moving higher. Just because the stock's moving higher, if the volume is super light, that thing can come crashing right back down in the blink of an eye. That's not enough for me to feel comfortable and confident in trade. The volume is going to be more. Next question. There's a lot of wrong info out there. Please, in detail, what is a short squeeze and how do they work? There really is a lot of wrong information out there when it comes to short squeezes. It seems like we have a lot of questions today about small caps. I mean, rightfully so. Small caps have actually been pretty hot lately. So rightfully so that I'm getting a lot of these questions are about small caps. A short squeeze is, well, first, what is shorting? Shorting is when you are borrowing shares that you do not actually own, you're selling them into the market. Okay. The idea is, let's say if you wanted to short TGL, I'm just using TGL as an example. You need to sell the stock. That's how you short it. You sell it. But if you don't own shares, you can't sell anything. So you go to your broker, you borrow shares from your broker. Your broker will typically charge you a fee to lend you those shares. You will then sell those shares into the open market. And let's say you sold shares right now at 17. At some point, you have to buy those shares back. We teach you guys about how to do all this stuff as a member of True Trading Group. Okay. Joe, if you actually don't mind, Joe, can you post the syllabus in chat actually? Just post the syllabus in chat. For anyone that's watching the live, if you guys want to see a list of all of the courses that you'll learn as a member, you guys can just click on the link that we just posted in chat. Okay. But the idea is that you'll sell the stock at 17 in the hopes that it goes down, but eventually you have to buy the stock back because remember, you borrowed shares from your broker. You've got to give those shares back to your broker. You can't just sell them in the market and then just never return them. Your broker's going to want the shares back. So the hope is you sell them at 17, the stock drops to, let's say, 13, and then you buy the stock at 13, and then you take those shares and you give them back to your broker, and you make the difference. You sold at 17, and then you bought back at 13, so then you keep that difference, right? That's shorting. What happens on these small caps is the float is not very large. The float is the total amount of shares that are available to trade by the public, like you and I. All right. As people short the stock, remember, those are shares that nobody really owns. All right. So they don't own those shares. They have to buy them back. So when you have a small cap stock that's moving higher and a bunch of people are buying the stock, they're buying it, they're buying it, they're buying it, they're going long, but people have shorted the stock. If the stock keeps moving higher because of the people that are buying it long, now those people that shorted it at, let's say, 17, but now the stock's at 19, they have to buy the shares back. So as the stock moves higher, now those shorts go, oh, damn, now I'm losing money. I got to cover my position. They start to buy the stock back at 19. Them buying the stock back makes the stock move even higher because now they're buying the stock, which makes people that are getting long even more wanting to chase the stock higher because they feel like they're missing out on this massive move to the upside. That is how a short squeeze happens. You have two different sides of the market, right? This is very simple. You have buyers and you have sellers. When people short a stock, they are net sellers. When people go long a stock, they are net buyers. When the short sellers have to exit their position, they become net buyers as well. You've just magnified the amount of buyers in the market. That is how short squeezes happen. Because now you've removed an entire side or portion of the side of the market, which is short sellers. Short sellers add selling pressure to the market. But when they cover, they become buyers. So they're adding now buying pressure. That's how you get short squeezes. Okay? That's how you get short squeezes. So hopefully that explanation made sense to a lot of people. I hope that was helpful. I hope that makes sense. I hope everybody has a clear understanding of short squeezes. What is your top sector for the second? Rivian has just rebounded, guys. Okay, Rivian has actually just rebounded. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. We said that kind of support level there at 36, and there it is. I just want to draw out for you that support level at 36, just so you guys can see where I got that 36 level from and why I just said I think the stock probably can bounce off of 36. We just said that a couple of minutes ago, and there you have this 36. I just want to show this to you guys. Right, you see how it used to be resistance back here? You see that? See how it used to be resistance back there at 36? And then now all of a sudden you see here where you're getting that support level again there at 36. We dropped right down to 36. And then there you go. We just held. All right. So that's that 36 level on Rivian. All right. Okay. So back to this question. What is your top sector for the second half of 2022 and why? All right. Honestly, guys, for the second half of this year, what I'm waiting for before I shift anything over, I don't really necessarily have a sector yet that I'm going to label as my number one pick for the second half of the year until I know that inflation has come down for consecutive months. Because if inflation has not come down in consecutive months, I'm going to stay overweight the recession resilient names that I loaded up on in June. So on June 17th, I did two different things. I bought two different types of stocks on June 17th. On June 17th, I bought recession resilient stocks, and I also bought growth stocks on June 17th. I bought two different kinds. Okay? Two different kinds. If inflation does not continue to come down, I'm going to stay heavy on the recession resilient names. What are some of the recession resilient names? That's going to be consumer discretionary, consumer staples. All right. Consumer staples are going to be a big place I'm going to look for. Healthcare is another area that I would be looking for. That's going to be the area that I would focus on. Okay. I would look at like General Mills is one of the stocks that I bought on June 17th. You can see how much that stock is up already. NEE is a stock that I bought on June 17th. You can look at how far that stock has gone already. You know, Pepsi was a stock that I bought on June 17th. You can see the move that stock has made already. These are your recession resilient stocks. Okay. Dollar General was another one that I bought. Okay. Back there on June 17th. You can see how much that stock is up already. So like a lot of these recession resilient stocks are up in a big way. If inflation does not come back down, I'm going to stay overweight on some of those consumer staples. If inflation does continue to come down, I'm going to probably look at growth stocks to actually outperform into the end of the year. As you guys have seen, the markets have rallied over the last, month because everybody thought inflation peaked in June. So when you take a look at what's gone up the most over the last couple of weeks, when people thought inflation peaked, it's all your growth names. It's sad to say all your Cathie Wood stocks, right? Like it's Snowflake, which is up big off of that June 17th low. It's Datadog, which is up big off that June 17th low. It's, Salesforce, which is up big off that June 17th low. These are the stocks that I added on June 17th in the long-term portfolio, but these are my high growth stocks like Datadog, Snowflake. These are very, very, very high growth names. These stocks will struggle, okay, if inflation does not go down and bond yields, if they continue to go up, these stocks will struggle. I am only going to then re-add to these positions if that is the case. Okay, if I see inflation comes down again in August and it comes down again in September, then October, November, December, I would look for all of these growth stocks to rally into the end of the year. And you would probably see a Salesforce finish the year somewhere up in this region. You'd probably see a Snowflake finish the year somewhere up in this region. You would see massive moves in a lot of the high growth names if you get confirmation that inflation has not just peaked, but is now actually starting to come down significantly. So I'm not ready to make a a prediction on what's my number one sector pick going into the end of the year until I know the answer to that question, which is why I bought two different types of stocks on June 17th for that exact specific reason. And then I just go overweight depending on what that number then is, or what those numbers then are, rather, next month. Okay, so I very publicly, at the end of last year, I actually published a report on January 2nd of this year. I published it to our THD members. I labeled the energy sector as my number one sector pick for 2022. Go back and watch my live stream from January 2nd. You will see that I labeled, don't take my word for it. I mean, members, you've all seen the report. It's a 16-page report. And I gave everybody a list of stocks that I was buying and going, some of them I owned already, but it was going overweight in the energy sector to be able to capitalize on that move. Okay. And I labeled the energy sector as my number one pick for 2022, which turned out to be the right move, as it was the best performing sector in the first half of the year. I've since taken profit off on a lot of my oil names. I still own my oil names because I want to collect that dividend. But I've taken profit off on a lot of those names as they've gone up 40, 50, 60% since we bought them. But I am going to be looking now going into the second half of the year. Once I get that inflation data, that inflation confirmation, then I'll go back overweight into consumer staples, or I'll go back overweight into the high growth tech names. All right. So there you have it, folks. Next question. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to skip the next questions, and we're going to go ahead, and I'd like to bring on a special guest. I'm going to go ahead and bring on a special guest here that I want to go over and talk to people with here about. Guys, everyone give a big, warm TTG AO and shout out to TTG moderator, Jessica Woodard.
Ayo.
Ayo, what's going on, Jess? I hear you got a special little announcement to make.
Yeah, I'm excited. So this evening, I'm going to be hosting a small private study group within TTG for our members. It's going to be geared towards newer members. So if you're new to trading and you just need a little guidance in how to make sense of how to piece everything together, then this is the study group for you. I'm super pumped for this.
That's awesome, guys. And what time? It's starting at what time?
6:15 we'll start.
Can everybody attend this?
No, you have to be a member of True Trading Group. And if you are a member, you need to register on your member dashboard. You go to your member dashboard and then you click events, and at the top right, you follow the instructions, and you'll get instructions into the study hall is where we'll be hosting the study group tonight.
Perfect. Awesome. There you have it, guys. All right, so that's going to be a study group there with Jessica Woodard here this evening, kind of right after this live stream. You guys can head on over. The study hall opens up at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right. The study group will begin at 6:15 Eastern. So my TTG members, you are all welcome to go and join Jessica and the rest of the TTG fam over at their Jessica's private study group. We do these private study groups every Thursday. For those that are wondering, every Thursday in True Trading Group, one of our moderators, it's not just myself and Jessica. There's 8 other professional traders that are mods in True Trading Group, and a different one will host a live study group session on Thursday every week. And this is one of those sessions. So you guys can all go ahead there, register on your member dashboard. The session is recorded and it's made available to all members. If you cannot make it, the session is recorded. All right. And no, this is not for trials. I'm sorry, guys. This is not for trial members. It's not for trials. I am sorry. This is for TTG members only. But like I said, we host these every week, guys. We host them every week. So we cover a bunch of different topics. So you heard Jessica is going to be covering some really interesting, cool stuff here today for people that are kind of, if you guys are new and you're kind of looking to get yourself on the right path and kind of figure out your style and get yourself, the good core foundations to start off on the right foot. A lot of traders, when they first start off, the reason why a lot of traders fail is because they start off not having any clue what they're doing. They lose a bunch of money. They don't have enough money to reload their account, and they just quit and they give up. Well, we're going to teach you guys in this workshop to avoid putting yourself in that massive hole to start, so that you can actually learn the proper techniques and the proper things before it's too late, before you guys shoot yourself in the foot, before you ever gave yourself a chance to learn. All right, so that's going to be today, 6:15. It'll study group will open. The study hall will open at 6, and we'll start up at 6:15 with Jessica.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how many members are here that have been to my study groups before, but I gear all of my study groups around your guys' questions and things that I've noted throughout the weeks in between my study groups. I do one about once every month and a half or so, and I take a lot of notes of things that members bring to my attention that maybe they're struggling with, or things that they just need to make more sense of or whatever. So this study group will really be geared around just navigating. Sometimes if you're new to the market, you understand it's hard to, look at the stock market and make sense of it all at first. So I'm super excited. I've been putting this together for a couple weeks now, and I think it will be really, really helpful and add value to the members. So I'm super pumped for it. Yeah, if you've been to one of my study groups, put the number 1 in chat or something. I would like to see how many of you have been. But yeah, I'm super pumped, and I'm excited to see you all there.
Awesome, Jess. Looking forward to it. I know the members are looking forward to it. Your study groups are some of the best around, from what I am told. So look at here. You see all the people that are typing the number 1 in chat now. These are members that have attended a study group from Jess before. Awesome. Look at all these number 1s coming through, Jess. You got a lot of
awesome. Super cool.
Yeah,
awesome. I love study group because I leave a lot of open conversation for us to have, and it's a great time for me to get to know several members at one time. So it's super cool. I enjoy that time with them.
Awesome. And yeah, guys, you can register right now. Members, you can register right now on your dashboard. You guys can register right now. The study hall will open at 6, so you guys have an hour. But then she'll start at 6:15. So you guys have an hour and 15 minutes before Jess gets going. And we'll wrap up the live stream before then. So everyone, all of our teaching members can head on over there and attend what is sure to be a jam-packed, educational-filled study group to help you guys.
Yeah, and if you're not a member, this is more reason why you need to get your butt in chat. We do stuff like this all the time. Like Mike said, it's not just me. There's 8 other of us, and we're always hosting additional workshops. We do Trader Paloozas and Red to Green workshops. So there's a lot of additional education for you guys, especially as a newer trader, to learn how to navigate the market. So get your butt in chat.
Hell yeah. I love it. Yep. All right, guys. Again, guys, go to your dashboard and click on events. I don't know, Adam, if we want to maybe pull it up, we can just show them one more time on the dashboard just so everybody is clear. You guys go to your member dashboard, and then you will click on the tab that says events. There's your dashboard, and right there at the top, right in the center, events. Can't miss it. Click on that. It says events right at the top center of your dashboard. And then once you click on that, it'll say events to register. And you've got Jess's study group right there. You click on that link, and that will help you guys register for the study group. Yeah, guys, important thing to, when you join your training group, you're not just left to figure things out on your own. You're not just like, okay, you're a member now, good luck. There's always different study groups and webinars and workshops and support groups. And there's always different things for you guys to get extra help whenever you need it. From myself, from the other moderators. You guys do not have to go through this stuff alone. All right. So that's it. Jess, awesome. Thank you. I look forward to the study group. I'm sure all of the members do as well.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll see you guys there.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys tune into Jess's study group. You're not going to want to miss it. I'd like to see how many people, again, that study group is for members only. So I'd like to see who's on the live stream that's not a member. If you are not a member, go ahead and type the letters TTG. If you are not a member of True Trading Group. Again, if you are not a member of True Trading Group, please go ahead right now and type the letters TTG so we can see how many people we've got here that are not members of True Trading Group. Don't be shy. Type that letter TTG so I can see who we have here that's not a member. We got Laxmom, Exilo, JM777 Martin, Ritesh, Ruben, Sapillin, Grant Dog, Doug Whedon, Andrew Puente, Andre Durand. TK Turd is their third time. What's up? Welcome back. Alex Hopkins, VMS. Beautiful. Excellent. Great, guys. We got a lot of new faces here that are tuned in to the live stream. I want to welcome all of our new faces here, all of our new viewers to the TTG stream. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We do this 6 days a week. All right, JC from Hawaii, welcome back. Bev, what's going on? Yes. Tweezy goes, yo, TTG, hoping to join soon. We're ready when you are. Mark goes, Mark, what's going on, Mark? Mark goes, my trial just ended today. I missed it already. I took 10 trades. 7 were wins, 2 were losses, and 1 trade is still open. Mark, we're waiting for you, brother. We're waiting for you. JM777, their first time here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mark, we're waiting for you, brother. Come back on home, man. Come back on home. Listen, 10 trades, 7 wins, 2 losses, 1 trade still open. That's pretty damn good, my man. That's pretty damn good. Great job on that one. Mo goes, yo, Mark, member up, brother. That's right, Mark. We're ready when you are, my man. But guys, listen, everyone that's just typed the letters TTG, you guys got to realize that True Trading Group is every single thing that we do. Everything we do is geared to work for you, regardless of how much time you have or don't have, rather. You know, we provide you guys with the right education, similar education to what I got when I worked at a fund in New York. We provide you with the tools similar to the tools that I used when I worked at a fund in New York, the resources, the community that can actually help you guys make money. That's what you're here for. You're here to make money. You're not here to watch other people make money. Now, whether you day trade, swing trade, if you're interested in long-term investing, whether you trade options, stocks, crypto, futures, we do most of the heavy lifting for you. So no matter, what you're doing, you guys can stay connected with us in chat through our mobile app. It allows you to still be connected and see our screen share, listen to the audio analysis, because the mods and I talk to you on the mic during the day. And also, most importantly, get the real-time push notifications whenever one of the moderators enters or exits a trade. And that's how you guys can, even while you're busy at work and you're not in front of a computer, you can still follow along with what we're doing. True Trading Group has about 9,700 members from all over the world, most of which have full-time jobs. That mobile app allows you to be able to do this. If you think you don't have time, this app is the bridge that you need to be able to benefit. We're not scalpers. We're not in and out of trades within seconds or minutes. So just because you're not in front of your computer doesn't mean you can't partake in this. Our day trades last several hours. Our swing trades last several days, sometimes even several weeks. So if you think you don't have enough time to do this, you are wrong, and that mobile app is a big reason for it. You see, TTG, again, it's not just myself. You just saw Jessica, but there's a reason why it's called True Trading Group and not Watch My Trade. As I said, there's 8 other professional traders that collectively sport a win rate of just under 80% for the last 2 years. And we're with you from 7:30 a.m. Eastern until 4 p.m. Eastern every single day, Monday through Friday. If the stock market's open, we're with you for the whole day. We're not just gone after 2 hours and you're left to fend for yourself. We exist to empower the retail trader and investor. And that only works, guys, if you're willing to give the effort and the time that you guys need. And that's exactly what we do for you day in and day out. Since 2016, we've helped thousands of traders and investors of all types, styles, backgrounds, and experience levels become successful. And by successful, I very straightforward mean make money. That's your goal. Your goal is not to just watch other people make money. Your goal is for you to actually make money and have a better understanding of the markets to make better financial decisions for your family. That is the simple truth of it. And the majority of teaching members are doing exactly that. They're becoming better traders. They're making money. I want you guys to pay attention real quick. Members of True Trading Group. Now I'm talking to you directly. If you are making money and becoming a better trader because of TTG, I'd like for you to go ahead right now and type the $ in chat. Again, if you are a member of True Trading Group and you are making money and you are becoming a better trader, I want you to go ahead and type the $ in chat right now. Anyone that's not a member, my advice to you is just to pay attention to how many $ are about to come through on this side of the screen. Because these $ that you're seeing come through right now, these are members that are telling you that they're making money and they're becoming better traders. They found us the exact same way that you all did, guys. That's on one of these live streams. We don't spend millions of dollars on marketing all over the place. These members found us on this live stream, exactly what you are doing here now today. They had all the same excuses that you had: small account, full-time job, lost money in the markets before, have no experience whatsoever, but yet now they're typing a $ telling you that they're actually becoming better traders and that they're making money. Biggest day ever today for WW Music Man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Not Warren Buffett says 2 weeks straight without a single red day right now. Bang. Hernan Cubas goes, yep, I'm finally learning to be a patient trader. Broken Motivator, more green days, 31 consistent green days, most since I started trading 2 years ago. That's incredible. WW Music Man says, I gained 25% on my entire portfolio. Okay, these are just a couple of comments that I'm seeing come through. Boom, baby, 500% final take on January 2024 leaps, Wolfenstein style on the Disney calls. That's incredible, Smoke. Congratulations, my man. That's big time money. Mani Khan says, I can show you proof that I grew my account by 70K. That's incredible. I'm not sure how much you started with, but Kanai, we actually just talked about you just on the other live stream just the other night. Started with $7,500, is now at 89,000. Cassian has gained 15% or $15,000 since they joined TTG in June. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You guys can just read some of the comments. I don't need to continue to read all these comments. I don't want to get too caught up in that. But the best part, all right, yeah. And yeah, okay, so lost money. So some people, listen, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. In True Trading Group, it's very important that we obviously celebrate the wins. But I'll be fully transparent with you. Not every member of True Trading Group is killing it. As equally as important as it is to celebrate the wins, it is equally as important to recognize the losses and to recognize those that are still struggling. And in True Trading Group, we do that. You're not just left to fend for yourself. We don't leave anyone behind in True Trading Group. We hold red to green workshops every month for any TG member that is still struggling. You can send questions, topics that you're having a difficult time with to us, and the moderators and I will host 2-hour-long workshops covering those exact topics so that you guys can get the help that you need. It's not just, oh, you joined True Trading Group and that's it. Good luck. Here's the courses. Go and don't ask any questions. No, we will be there with you throughout your entire process and throughout your entire journey. Success or failure, we will be there with you guys. And that's why we leave no trader behind. So it is important that we do recognize, like I said, the wins, but we also do recognize the losses. But the best part about this, guys, see all the people that were typing the $ before, they didn't get some special secret that I learned that working at the fund in New York. Like, they didn't get a special pattern or a special indicator. They got the real secret, which is being part of a supportive community where you're going to get a real level of professional education with transparent real-time trade alerts and access to tools that you need to have a better chance of making money, plain and simple. Our platform works. Our track record speaks for itself. I told you before, we do these live 6 days a week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. And yes, on top of the real-time analysis, on top of the lessons and the golden nuggets of education information that I give you on these lives, I do also sell memberships on this live stream. Now, we call this an edumercial. One of the things that I talk about in my sales pitch is a double your money back guarantee, which is very simple, right? You have 12 months. When you join TTG, it's a year membership. You've got 12 months. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend a study group. If you do not make back your membership fee at least once during that time period, if you've done those things, I will give you not just your money back, I'll give you double your money back. I'll give you twice what you paid. That's how confident we are in our ability to help you guys become successful. Mac Thomas goes, I greatly appreciate how much the teaching people care and help everyone. Just what I needed. There you go. You know, we actually give a damn whether you guys succeed or fail. These guys trade everything. Yes, we do. It's not just myself. There's 8 other professional traders. So it's stocks, options, it's small caps, mid caps, large caps, high volatility, low volatility. We trade it all, folks. We trade it all. All right. We literally trade it all. All right. We do trade it all. Our track record speaks for itself, guys. You know, and listen, although I told you about the double your money back guarantee, listen, that's so that we hold ourselves accountable to you and to protect you. Chances are you're not going to need it, because although I can't guarantee, and I will not guarantee that you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading, what I can share with you is that we have only had to refund 2.5% of our members since 2016. Now, I just told you, if you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend the study group, and do not make back your membership fee at least once, I will give you double your money back. Double. I've only had to do that to 2.5% of our users since 2016. I can also share with you that our retention rate, meaning how many people renew their membership after their year membership is up or upgrade to become a lifetime member, is 78% of all TTG members. King David says, I'm still learning my trader identity. Once I get there, I'm positive things will turn around with TTG's guidance. I'm encouraged and becoming a better trader. The money will come. I had an annual at Warrior Trading, but it wasn't right for me. Talk about aggressive. Yeah, guys, listen, you know, and I don't, you know, talk negatively on about most, you know, about individual programs and other people. But what you have to realize is that finding your trader identity is extremely important, because there's so many different styles of trading. Just because one style works for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. That goes for my style too. Many people, you might not like the way that I trade. Maybe instead you like the way that Chris Toner trades, who's another one of our moderators who's been trading options for over 20 years. Maybe you like his style of trading better. Or maybe Jay Downing, who swing trades equities. Or maybe Jessica, who loves trading mid caps, right? Maybe Jason Simmons, who loves trading futures and commodities. Like, you might see somebody on YouTube and be like, wow, look, this person made 10 grand today. Let me just follow exactly what that person did. That's not the way that it works, because guess what? If you work a full-time job and you're not in front of a computer screen all day long, if someone is buying and selling, if someone's a scalper, which is someone that buys and sells within seconds or minutes, tops, you can't do that. It's impossible. That person can make $10 million in a year. You can't do that, because you can't be in front of your computer, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You can't do it. So finding a style that works for you is extremely important. Do you guys send alerts? Says Luis Fernandez. Yes, we send alerts, but we actually do you one better, Luis. So the mods and I are talking to you on the microphone during the course of a trading day. Before we enter trades, we come on the microphone and we tell you what we're going to be doing. So I tell people, I even draw candles. Like, I will even, like, on a chart, I'll go, okay, guys, if the stock does this and I draw the candles, I'll go, I'm going to buy it. I will tell people, this is where I'm going to be buying the stock. And then when my order actually executes, Lewis, you get a notification in chat when my order actually fills. And then even if you're not in the chat room, the mobile app will send a real-time push notification as well. And that is how people that have full-time jobs and are not in front of the computer, that's how they can follow along with all the trades that are going on during the day. It's not just my alerts, it's all the moderators. So whenever a moderator enters or exits the trade, you're going to get notified of it. Now, we are not trading machine gunners. I don't make 50 trades throughout the course of a day. I'll make anywhere from like 2 to 4 trades in the course of a day. And the same goes kind of for the other moderators. Only make a couple of trades throughout the day. We're not the type of people that are buying and selling 100 times throughout the course of a trading day. That's just not the trading style that we implement. And that's not a trading style that you that work full-time jobs are going to be able to follow along with anyway. This is not just about the money. It's all about the knowledge, says Bill. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I give you guys the exact same analysis, the exact same education and experience that I got working at a fund in New York. That's what you get when you join True Trading Group. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. You guys can check us out. Over 1,670 reviews. All right, you guys can check us out there on Trustpilot. And then we're like the Netflix of trading communities, guys. You pay one price upfront for the whole year. You get immediate access to receive all of our courses, all of our tools, which are included with no upsells for all current and new courses and tools. As long as you guys are as long as you're a member for it, you get access to our entire 18-course curriculum, about $5,000 worth of premium tools from companies like Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and you're not getting like trials of these tools. You get the full resource that these companies have to offer. That would cost you about $5,000 if you went to these companies directly. We've spent years building relationships with these companies to offer their products included with your membership. You guys don't have to pay for them. Of course, you're going to get all of our real-time alerts from all of our mods that have a win rate of just under 80% collectively for over the last 2 years now, and the best damn community of traders and investors that all share the same goal to learn, trade, and profit together, that all care about your success. We're a family, and our members are the reason why. And of course, you have the double your money back guarantee. If you guys don't make your membership fee back at least once, I'm going to give you double your money back. Chances are you're not going to need it. Like I said, we plan to refund 2.5% of our members, but it's there to protect you and hold us accountable. So tonight's the night, guys. Our price has gone over $1,200, and it's going to continue to move up. Our next stop is $1,300 by Monday. I've been warning you that this price has been going up. The priceless membership has now gone up over $200 over the last couple of weeks. We will keep moving the price of this membership up until we get back to our normal $2,000 price point. You guys can have the opportunity right now to grab it while it is still $1,207. You guys can go to ttgoffer.com right now, enter the coupon code TTG121. You'll get a 45% discount off the regular price, which is $2,212. When you go to ttgoffer.com, you must manually enter TTG121, click apply code, and the price will then drop from $2,212 all the way down to $1,207. And then as an added bonus, we have a very limited amount of laptops. We have 10 laptops here for this evening. When you do sign up, you're going to get a brand new free Asus, Lenovo, Dell, HP, or Acer laptop. You guys do not need to enter your address when you join. You'll get a welcome email immediately after signing up that will give you instructions on how to claim your free laptop. Okay, the laptop's totally free. We even cover the shipping costs. You can use it to trade with, use it for work, give it to your kid for school.
So just to let you know that we were able to get 10 laptops today from our wholesaler, but we are blocked from buying retail. Amazon has shut us down from buying retail.
What?
Yeah, because we bought too much like retail. So like anyways, they want us to apply for some other thing with them if we're going to continue to buy retail like that.
Wow.
So the 10 that we have tonight are from a wholesaler, which is totally fine, but we can't continue to keep buying retail. We were blocked today.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, guys. Well,
they definitely think that we're slanging laptops out of the back of a van or something.
100%. 100%.
So.
Oh man. Well. All right. Well, that's okay, guys. That's really unfortunate.
This 10 tonight is it, and then we can do like Kindles for a while.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can do some Kindles then.
No, we can definitely do Kindles for a little bit. We can do Kindles for a bit.
Okay. All right. So guys, that's okay. So this is kind of an important piece of information here. All right. So then these 10 laptops are then all we have, because we're not going to be able to buy. Usually what we've done these last couple of days is like Adam and I are just buying the laptops retail. But if we're not able to do that anymore because Amazon has just kind of blocked us, I guess, because we bought too many, they probably think that we're acting as a wholesaler or something. I don't know. But we have relationships with 3 different wholesalers that we try to get laptops from, and we can buy them in bulk. But they're not, there's no guarantee. We can't guarantee a steady supply of them. And we've got these 10 now, but usually we filled in the gaps by just buying them. But we're not able to do that anymore retail. So
yeah, that's what we've been doing for the last week is like, we had a lot of people signing up. So we wanted to keep offering laptops so that we would just buy them retail. But yeah, I guess they figured it out.
That's nuts. All right, guys. Well, then there you have it. Then we only have 10 laptops for tonight. If you guys want to get the 45% discount and get a free laptop and the double your money back guarantee, just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, and that's how you guys will get the discount, and that's how you'll get the laptop. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one of the free laptops. Okay, again, there's 10 laptops. This sale is going to be good up until midnight tonight, and the price is going to be then going up again as we work it up to $1,300 by Monday. It was all the way down at 1,000 a few weeks ago. We are now up to 1,207. I am going to continue to raise this price.
Yeah, it'll never be back at 1,000 ever again.
Yeah, we're never going back to $1,000. So, but the point I'm trying to make to you guys, I've been telling you this membership is going up. You guys want to be able to jump in on this before the price continues to climb. All right. Are we opening this up for trials too, Adam?
No.
Or?
Nope.
All right.
Nope,
So
that was it. We offered, it's got to be hard to do that because we had a bunch of trials today sign up for $1,420.
Right.
So I don't think that's fair if we open it up for trials tonight.
All right.
If you're on this live stream and you sign up on this live stream, the price is $1,207. If you do the trial, it's a 7-day trial, and every 2 days the price goes up, but the price starts at $1,420. So, it's what it is. It's still way cheaper than any other group that was mentioned on here tonight, with double the amount of value and tools.
Oh yeah, that's not even close.
So, and the fact is that people are making money, man, and even the people that aren't necessarily profitable just yet, they're being taken care of. And when you take care of people and you provide value for people and you give something real to them, you don't need to make it cheap so everyone buys it. That's the thing. So, anyways, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just, following, Gary Peters. I don't need a laptop. I just want great guidance on how to make money. Well, Gary Peters, you're in the right place, my man. I mean, you saw earlier how many people typed the $ when I asked if you're making money. I'm going to give you the exact same level of education that I received working at a fund in New York. I'm going to give you my experience and knowledge that I've gained over about 16 years of doing this.
I'll share this. I wish that the majority of our mods, other than Jessica, because Jessica's awesome on these live streams, but you guys really only see Mike on here, right? You only see Mike on here. Mike will give you, the experience and everything that he got working at the fund. But what about Toner's 20 years of professional options trading experience? Chris Toner is a single dad whose only job for the last 20 years to support his kids and his wife, and his ex-wife and whatever, his family, has been to trade options. That's what that's as real to life as it gets.
Yep. It's not just me, guys.
So, I mean, you talk about that. You talk about JD, who's been a mod with us. JD has turned into a beast, man. He is, and then you have Downing and all these people. I mean, Jay Downing, when we first started talking to Jay Downing, he worked the morning shift at Publix so that he could day trade during the day. You have the professor, it's just, these aren't people that became, like the classic, everyone trained under Mike and became Mike's millionaire students, and now they're going to show you how to do it. That's not what this is. These people literally, before they were employed by and Moment too, all of them, Glenny, Moment, these people literally before they traded with True Trading Group, most of them did it for a living, and if they didn't before, they do now.
Yeah.
That's who you're learning from real people. It just so happens that, Mike's relatively handsome for his age. He's got great eyebrows and he can sell memberships better than they can. But don't get mistaken. All of them can trade. All of them can invest, and all of them in their own way can help you become better. All right. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
That's okay. For my age, what, I'm trying to say I'm old, bro.
I mean, we're both getting older.
Yeah, we're getting older, but
Bro, you and I are a hell of a lot closer to 40 than we are to 30.
Oh yeah. I'm 3 years away from 40.
I look at your dad and I'm like, oh yeah.
Listen, man, if I'm gonna look like that when I'm in my mid 60s, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, your dad is a handsome
looks
devil.
like he's 53.
Yeah, no, Mike is a great salesman for his age. Lou Cal says, yeah, he is.
Thanks, Lou. Well, honestly, guys, it's easy. It's easy to sell something that works. It's easy. It's like you don't have to sell somebody, airbags when they buy a car. It's like you don't. It's just it's easy to sell something that is literally working for our members and is helping to change people's lives. We have members that are on this live stream whose lives have been changed. I had a couple of members send me messages today that I actually put on my Twitter today. Just had a couple of people that messaged me about, oh, Mike, I can't, thank you so much for the platform. And you guys have changed my life. And
you know what I'm going to do real quick, just because there's not that many people left on the stream. I guess a lot of people signed off to get ready for Jessica's Jessica's workshop. Mm-hmm. But I want to just a little personal victory today. So for those that don't know, most of the complaints we get at TTG are because of me, right? 90% of the 1-star reviews, everything is because of me. And I get it. I can be a real piece of work sometimes, right? But what you don't know is that I literally built this with Mike from the ground up. And the deal that Mike and I have is I told Mike very early on, hey, Mike, you're going to go ahead and just focus on the member, focus on the trading. I am going to make sure that this is everything that we could ever hope for and make sure that it provides value to people and really look after people. And that's exactly what I've done day in and day out ad nauseum. But I understand, that sometimes I can be a bit abrasive. It is what it is, but there's a member, and I'm not gonna go ahead and say who he is yet, or at all, because I don't know if he's on here, and I don't have permission to say his name, so I'm not gonna do that to him. But he wrote a complaint. Okay, he wrote a complaint in December of 2021. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me read it briefly. I'm writing this email not only to discuss the code of conduct of your moderator, Adam, aka Shug, but also in regards to a full refund that he offered to me in the form of a threat. His unprofessionalism is very concerning. While in Sunday chat about information pertaining to lifetime membership, I was muted because I made a witty remark saying, cut to the chase. And in response, he decided to mute me and threaten me with a full refund, which now I would like to act upon. As a new client that has paid for a full membership, regardless of anything, your moderators should always remain professional and courteous under the circumstance, especially when I did not truly violate any of the chat room rules. Please address this situation immediately. I was courteous and even apologized after because I didn't feel the remark was that big of a deal, but your moderators should not act or threaten people with refunds under any circumstance. I love the TTG platform, but please address this situation concerning his attitude, especially when it comes to dealing with clients. When I signed up, and now that you got my money, courtesy and professionalism goes out the door because he got his feelings hurt. You're supposed to be professionals. This is unacceptable, right? That was a year ago. So I did give him a complete refund, right? Gave him a complete refund. He then came back and signed up later, right? Fine. Today, I get a message from him in chat. I'm going to read the message from today. You ready? You ready?
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Okay. He goes, hey, man. I said, what's up? He goes, definitely looking to sign up for lifetime membership. I said, cool. Do you know what you get with it? He goes, don't care. LOL. I said, really? He goes, TTG is proven. I said, yeah, but you get a lot, man. He goes, doesn't matter. I'm balling now. I said, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I said, LOL. I said, can I tell you anyway? He goes, yeah, you go ahead and explain, but my P&L since signing back up has been crazy, so I'm sold. I said, that's awesome, brother. Here is the sheet with all the extras for lifetime membership. He goes, I said the big stuff for the 4 1-on-1s, the STR for free, and lifetime lounge, right?
I actually, this same person sent me.
No, he's not. No, he isn't. He isn't being a jerk to me. He actually signed up for lifetime membership today. He was dead serious.
Yeah, no, guys, so this is, I know I'm not going to say their name either. And I'm not. And I blocked out their name when I posted it on Twitter. This same person sent me messages today as well.
Did he send you his account?
Yeah, he sent me his account.
Bro, it's wild what he's been able to do.
Yeah.
So congratulations to that guy. That's all.
I didn't realize that was the person that left that review.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And I said to him today, I was messing with him. I was like, hey, man, you sure you want to be here forever with my unprofessionalism?
He sent me a message that said, just signed up for lifetime. I just want to say thank you. I love TTG. You guys really took my trading to another level. And then he sent me the screenshots of his account.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Wow. I didn't realize that was
That's on your Twitter, right? Is the screenshot of the account on your Twitter?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll pull it up. It's Malcolm Edwards. All right. Where is it?
2 hours ago.
Oh yeah, I got it. Hang on, let me I like how you put TTG3 right on the top. Hang on. This is it?
Yep.
Oh, you can't see his account though, but
Bro, you can see it. When you go on my Twitter, you can see it. The guy's up $7,500 just in the last couple of days.
yeah. I just signed up for lifetime. Really want to say thank you. Yeah. Hi, Mike. Hope all is well. Just want to take time. Thank you. I took your advice. Now it's about 15K and 100K investment in mid-June. Yeah. Out here changing lives for real, for real.
Yeah, man. That's the mission. That's the goal. And I say we're pretty damn good at accomplishing it.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, you guys can go to ttgoffer.com now and just enter the coupon code TTG121. The next 10 people get a free laptop. You get a 45% discount. Drops the price from $2,212 down to $1,207. Price is going to go up over $1,300 by Monday. So I'm warning you now. I've told you about this now. The price was going up for the last couple of weeks. It's gone up already over $200. So
Monday it's going to be $1,300.
Yeah, I wouldn't just keep letting this thing get away from you guys. Take advantage of the opportunities that are out there in this market. You guys have a double your money back guarantee. So take advantage of it. TTGoffer.com and then go to the code and enter the code word TTG121 and click apply code. And that's how you guys will be good to go. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you're getting one. You don't have to enter an address. When you sign up, you'll get a welcome email with instructions on how to claim that free laptop.
And Mike, you got to welcome, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Oh my gosh. Okay. Joe Ao.
No, that's their name.
Joao. There's a lot of vowels in there.
Oh, Jow.
Jow.
All right. Jow, welcome to the TTG family. Jow. I feel like it's like, wow, Jow. Jow, wow. Welcome to your family.
We're not getting any more signups on this stream.
Yeah. We've only got 9 of those spots left. It feels like a Friday, doesn't it, right now?
It does, man.
It's been a crazy week, man. It's been a crazy month. All this inflation data and the market's rallying. Like, nobody believes that the rally is real. I mean, it's been a crazy, crazy week. You know, it's been a crazy week. But you guys got to welcome Joe. He's joining the family. He's done trying to figure this stuff out on his own. There's now 9 spots left, guys. These are the last 9 laptops that we're going to have, and then we'll switch over to Kindles. Kindles are still cool. It's not a laptop, but Kindles are still cool. We'll get you guys some free laptops as we move forward. But the next 9 people to go to ttgoffer.com, get a free laptop, and you get the 45% discount and the double your money back guarantee. All right. So welcome, Joe, to the family. That's it. All right. Go from there. Now, there's something very specific I did want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you guys about a specific correlation. I mentioned this earlier in chat. I told members I was going to talk about it on this live stream. I want to have a quick conversation with you guys. Yeah, I think that name is Portuguese. I see people are commenting. That's right. Yeah, and it is Joe. And it is Portuguese. So I want to talk to you guys about this. I want to talk to you guys about this correlation that I think people need to pay attention to going forward, because if you go back many, many, many years ago when I was a wee boy, the markets actually used to be correlated to the price of oil. There used to be a correlation between oil and the markets. When oil went down to $40, $50 a barrel, there was no longer a correlation with the price of oil and the market. There really was the oil could go up, 10%, and the markets really didn't move because $40 a barrel versus $44 a barrel was completely irrelevant. There really was no correlation. What you need to pay attention to very closely now going forward is the price of oil. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. Your inflation numbers for CPI came down, okay, and were under expectations yesterday, which was a major celebration in the overall markets. You guys want to know what the biggest reason why the CPI number came down? It's because the cost of energy went down. That was the biggest component of why CPI went down. Also, food prices. Food prices went down as well. The sticky part of inflation was actually rent and shelter, or real estate and rent prices. That was the stickiest part of inflation. If we know that inflation came down mostly on the back of energy prices coming down, then we need to continue to, and if we know that other areas of inflation like shelter are sticky and they're not really coming down yet, then we need to pay very close attention to the price of energy. If oil goes back to $115 a barrel, what do you think that's going to do then to CPI prices, to CPI index, right? If oil goes back to 115. If oil goes back to 115, if gas at the pump goes back to $5 a gallon, what do you think that's going to do to CPI? It's kind of hard for CPI to come down if oil prices are still going higher. So what you're going to start to see happen, especially as you get closer to your next CPI reading, is when you have big up days in oil, you probably see down days in the overall market. And when you see big down days in oil, you probably see an up day in the overall market, because the investors are going to want to look for, is inflation still coming down? So you're going to want to see when oil has these big moves, that's going to be what you're going to look for to try to determine, or that correlation I think is going to be there. So you guys really need to start paying attention to this. All right. So that's one thing that I wanted you guys to understand. I wanted you guys to know about. Also, if anybody has questions about the membership, you can send a text message to 786-505-4047. Again, that phone number is 786-505-4047. Again, 786-505-4047. The phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen. If you guys have any questions about the membership, you guys can send a text message to that number. Do not call that number. It's a text message only number. If you call it, we will not be able to answer it. So you guys have to send a text message to that phone number. So that's one correlation that you guys have to pay attention to going forward. I certainly will be. All right. All right, folks. We're kind of running late on time here. I know everyone, we're getting ready for Jessica's small private study group session. The code word for tonight is Brazil. The code word for tonight is Brazil. All right. The code word for tonight is Brazil. All right. So this is not for non-members. If you are a member of True Trading Group, this is for you. This is for one of our $5,000 giveaways. We do a bunch of fun giveaways with members. We give away cash. We give away electronics. This is part of one of our giveaways. Okay. This is part of one of our giveaways. So the code word for tonight is Brazil. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, do not worry about this. Ignore it. So we are kind of running short on time, guys. So I am gonna cut things off. Right. Oh, we got to welcome Darian first. Darian's the newest member of the family. Welcome, Darian. Guys, that means there's now just 8 laptops left. That's it. 8 laptops now remain. So Darian, welcome to the TTG family. Again, guys, Darian, go to TTG offer.com. Enter the coupon code TTG121. You will get the 45% discount and you will get the free laptop. The price is going up to $1,250 after tonight. It's already gone up over $200. It'll be $1,300 by Monday. You guys want to jump on this before the price continues to climb away. So go to ttgoffer.com. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you're good to go. Enter TTG121 coupon code. That's how you get the discount, the money back guarantee, double your money back guarantee, and the free laptop. All right. After we run out of these 8 laptops, we're going to have to switch over to Kindles. We won't have any more. All right. So we're not going to be able to buy any more laptops. You guys don't have to enter your address to get the free laptop. You just will get a welcome email when you subscribe. In that welcome email will be instructions on how to claim that free laptop. So what I'll do real quickly, guys, TTG fam, I know you all want to go and get ready for Jess's small private study group. So you guys can head on over to Jess's small private study group. The study hall opens at 6. She's going to start at 6:15 sharp. What I'll do here real quick now, guys, if you are not interested in a membership at all, you guys can just sign off the live stream. I'm kind of done with educational stuff. I'm going to kind of wrap things up here so we can get ready for the study group. The study hall is actually open now, members. TTG members, study hall is open now. So you guys can head on over and get ready for Jess's study group session. If you are interested in membership, I will actually show you. I'll show you the actual platform itself. Okay, the courses, the tools, and everything you have access to, so you guys know what you're getting. So, of course, you're going to get access to our chat room. Our chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out our trades in real time with you day in and day out. We are there with you from 7:30 a.m. Eastern all the way up until 4 p.m. Eastern. Every day the markets are open. If you do not have the ability to sit in front of a computer screen all day long, don't worry about it. Use the mobile app. The mobile app will let you see the screen share, listen to the audio analysis, and get real-time push notifications whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade. That's how you guys can do this while working full-time jobs. You also get 2 private study groups with one of our pro traders to ask questions and speed up your learning curve. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, live up to the second news alerts, right inside of our chat. If you went to Benzinga on your own, you're going to spend over $1,000 just for this. Don't do that. It's included free with your membership when you join TTG. You also get TradingView's premium charting software, which would cost you $600 a year It's free with your membership. The Trade Ideas scanner to make sure you're focused on the hottest stocks during the day. That would cost you a few $100 a year. That's free with your membership as well. ETNA's Trade Simulator, which lets you trade stocks and options with fake money while you practice implementing what you're learning in the courses. That simulator it costs you just under $1,000 a year. It's free with your membership when you join True Trading Group. You also will get our own proprietary scanner, which would let you create your own custom scans. And you get dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow, stuff that used to only be available to professionals. Now it is at the fingertips of our TTG members. This is the stuff that can help you make better decisions. This is how we level the playing field. You're also going to get a trading journal that will track all your trades and give you statistics so you can actually see areas that you need help with. A social sentiment scanner that will go through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you which ticker symbols are being mentioned most so you guys can help stay ahead of the crowd. Analyst ratings on any stock you're interested in. So you can see exactly how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on any stock you're interested in. Also, short data, insider buying information, all of it. You get access to all this as a member. Every day we publish a watch list as well with a game plan on how we plan on trading the stocks. You guys get access to that every single day. And then, of course, our courses. The courses are a simplified but expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. We've got it all in text and video, whatever's easy for you to learn. There are no VIP or pro courses that cost more money after you join. There's no upsells for courses. You get access to every single one of them. Then on top of the courses is a video library. The video library contains about 300 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars similar to the one Jessica is about to host right now. That covers a variety of topics like how to grow a small account, how to trade or work in a full-time job, how to build a long-term portfolio, and so much more. You can watch all these videos, but then you can also attend live when you guys become members of True Trading Group. Like you can go, if you guys join right now, you can head on over to the study hall and you can join Jessica's study group right now. All right. It's time you guys invest in a platform that can actually help you reach your goals. And although I can't guarantee that you'll be successful just because you join True Trading Group, I can guarantee that if you don't make the 1207 back at least once during your membership, after going through our courses, our quizzes, and attending one study group, all right, I will give you double your money back. That's the deal. You'll pay $12.07 today. If you go through the courses, pass our quizzes, and attend the study group, and do not make that $12.07 back, I will give you $2,414 in return. That's how confident I am in our ability to help you guys become successful. But the ball's in your court. If you're still not ready to join, I do have a 7-day trial for you. It's only $3. We charge $3 just to make sure you're a real person. You can go to ttgthree.com. It's a one-time payment. There's no automatic renewal. There's no reoccurring payment. Okay. It's a one-time payment of $3. You can go to ttgthree.com. That is TTG3 spelled out .com if you guys want to join our 7-day trial. All right. There you have it, folks. Again, if you have any questions about the membership or you're having a hard time signing up, you can send a text message to 786-505-4047. The number's at the bottom of your screen, or just go to ttgoffer.com, enter that coupon code TTG121, click apply code, get your laptop, get your 45% discount, and get your double your money back guarantee. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. You guys are the best. I love you all. Hope this was helpful. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on these lives. I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning.